All right, so I will start with apologizing for us delaying and postponing this special meeting. We did have some business that we were trying to get through. I appreciate your guys' accommodating that. Sounds like our online presenter is not online just yet, so we might give an additional couple minutes.
And my understanding is maybe Rick was the counselor who's requested, along with two other council members, this meeting, but my understanding is there's two issues at hand. One is a request for sponsorship, and two is we weren't quite clear with the request, and that's why we needed the representative here, but I think it had to do with the
Deborah
operations of the
is
parade.
now joining.
There we go. Okay, so it sounds like we do have our online participant. We'll bring this special meeting to order. We have everybody in-house except for Seth, so we still have a quorum. Oh, except for Indra too, she was not able to be online, but we still have the amount of bodies we need. And did you want to preface this meeting, Rick, and then we'll hand it over to Deborah online?
Sure, thank you for that opportunity. I'm not going to go back through the entire history, but just basically want to summarize December 13th, a Saturday, from 4 to 8 p.m. will be a parade, Christmas parade. And we've been able, through conversations, Chief Sanchez and so forth, been able to work out a solution for our situation. And one thing I just want to say, we have what we call the veteran vehicles to be presented to help control access to different streets. There will be different size vehicles. For anybody that wants to volunteer their vehicle, they're welcome to. There are two choices. One, they can be on site with their vehicle. They can still watch the parade, have something to eat, and go to the bathroom. That's not a problem. The other option, if they do not want to be there for the full 4 hours, they can give the keys to the chief, and he will then have the ability to relocate the vehicle if necessary for emergency purposes. The other thing I want to clarify, there was some confusion going on when I was talking with different people, including Victoria. They had people that were willing to volunteer their vehicles. This was done confidentially on a one-to-one basis, talking to those people. And apparently I heard I'm not a Facebook person, but I heard somebody, one of those individuals apparently, and I'm not sure who, and I'm not going there, posted on site this request was not appropriate because it was to be just confidential in a way. But Victoria's come up with many, many names to be able to be at the site. And I also have some additional names, and other counselors have indicated that they have an interest in that as well. So that would be my presentation at this point. But the main stumbling block for the parade has now been what I feel removed. Thank you.
Did you have an actual number of vehicles that you were trying to get? Yeah, go ahead, Victoria.
So we need 48 vehicles or less if it's a larger truck. And I'm happy to report that we have half of those covered at this point. So with volunteers who have stood up. And then I was going to ask Chief Sanchez and Chief Hensman, and this is probably the appropriate place to do it, is what kind of information do you need from these people? Do you need their license plate or license number or anything like that? I just at this point have names of people. Do you need any more information than that? Because I want to be sure to give them the right information. So I think Rick and I spoke earlier, and we're pretty confident that we have half of the people that we need in just 3 days. So we are very confident that we'll get the full amount that you need. But now we need to be able to give those people the definite information that they need, time, who they check in with, what kind of information they need to give us that we can pass on to you.
Mayor, Council, first, thank you. Thank you for the participation. Thank you for reaching out and taking care of this. And in that aspect of setting up the whole thing, we do have another meeting that was sent out that we're hoping to have December 2nd. And from the previous meeting, the ask was, show me what you were able to bring forth, and we'll work with that. And it sounds like you guys did a fantastic job reaching out to our community partners, which is exactly what emergency management's about. It's collaboration with our stakeholders. So thank you for that. And with that information, depending on what it is and what you have, we'll have the partnership and sitting together at this next meeting of assigning where they're going, and we'll have that list, that sign up. We'll know who it is, and they'll know where they're going to go. We have a communication list as well that's for ICS form when we're doing this stuff. So everybody will have that, and we'll make sure we can distribute that to our partners in police, to our partners in the city, and as well as us, my whole team, because our whole team will be there as well. So I appreciate that. I don't like to share every detail publicly because then that allows other people to circumvent certain things. But what you guys did, I appreciate the fact that you were able to come up with these community partners too, to establish that extra deterrent, that extra level of safety, as we've seen around this country. Where these unfortunate events unfold, where cars break through to the barriers that are there, and unfortunately people lose their lives. So we're just working to prevent that and move forward with that as a community. And it looks this effort together has really shown an awesome Grants Pass, how their love is for our patrons, for our citizens. So thank you, and this X team too, and Aaron leading the way too. So thank you.
Very good, thanks. So it sounds like there'll be more coordination, and that meeting is, you want to say when that meeting is again?
We're waiting on the response, but the email, I believe, was sent out today. I'll double check already from Julie Hall to get the second meeting done. And then once that meeting's done, we will have everything in play.
Perfect, thank you very much. And then I guess we'll hand it over to Deborah online? Is it Debbie or Deborah? Okay. So the floor is yours, Deborah.
Deborah, press *6 to unmute yourself.
So we are trying to work with you, Deborah, so if you can hear us, I guess make sure that you're unmuted, and if you can't hear us, I apologize. We're trying to figure that out. Deborah, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. If you want to proceed, you have the floor.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. So I think I've been on here for 6 minutes. I haven't heard one word that was said, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be hearing something.
So I'm going to give the floor to you, Deborah, and I understand that you want to present something to the council, so the floor is for you.
Can you summarize?
Okay, are we talking about the traffic control plan right now, or what topic are we on? I'm sorry.
No problem. Obviously, you did not hear us. We did have a small conversation already about the traffic abatement and volunteers for vehicles. That's been squared away, so I believe that you wanted to present something else?
Yes, the $800 fee waived and the $3,000 that would go straight to TCS or traffic control.
And that's what you're asking?
Yes, the same thing we asked for last year.
Okay, so it's been presented to council to waive the $800 fee.
Yes, correct. And the $3,000 that the check would go directly to traffic control TCS company. He submits an invoice through the city, and then he just gets a check cut directly to him. I did get an email from Kathy this morning. I know that she was going to let us just use their reader board, and she did call me and say it would be $1,700. So we are going to need to deal with that also now.
Okay, so it sounds like the request is to waive the $800 fee and then the city to sponsor a $3,000 check for traffic abatement.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes, please.
I'll bring it back to council if they have any questions. Kathleen?
I'm not clear what the $800 is for, fee waiver.
Yeah, so every year since I've took over, the first 2 years, there's an application, just one form with the city that I fill out saying I'm going to put on the Grants Pass Christmas Parade, and they make me give them $800. The first 2 years, I took it out of my own pocket, and then we, the remaining year, we had talked to Joel, I believe last year, and he had said, hey, you can probably ask council to waive that fee and to get help with, the funding of the Christmas parade. And that's when we reached out to you guys and you said, yeah, we'll waive that fee. We didn't know you were paying that fee every year. And I believe maybe on the email we were requesting 5,000 or something, and you guys approved 3,000. If I remember correctly, that's how it was. But when you do put on events as a community member in the city of Grants Pass, you have to pay $800 to do so.
Thank you. Any further questions from council? All right, so it looks like you have a request to waive the $800 parade fee or application fee. So I would look to council for discussion or action. Victoria?
Well, I guess maybe, Aaron, you can explain to us what has been done in the past, so we understand
Sure.
a little bit more fully. Thank you.
Sure. Yes, we have provided a sponsorship of $3,000 for the transportation traffic aspect of it, and then we have waived the $800 fee. So that what is being requested today has been requested and approved in the past.
Rick?
What source of account would that come from?
Well, we have our finance director here, and I'll let him explain that.
Yeah, just like the last couple of things, I think $3,000 we could easily take from our LB00. We'll actually have created a new LB project this year called Council Directives. So the $50,000 award for Main Street Grants Pass, the homelessness grant, and potentially this would all come out of that. But the flow of money comes from LB00.
Does that account have that amount in it presently? Thank you.
Any further questions, comments? Victoria?
And this money from the past would not include the extra added fee for the new sections that's going to be taken care of from volunteers. Am I understanding that all correctly?
Victoria, are you asking me this question?
Oh, I was actually, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, please, will you fill us in on that? I was actually asking city manager, but please do say.
No, that's okay. Can you repeat it one more time so I can understand?
So in the past, Aaron has shared that the $3,000 and the $800 fee has been waived, but I wanted to know where you stood with the new fortified asks. The way that I am understanding this is that those extra added asks will be taken care of from volunteers. And so this fee would not be taking care of those extra asks. Is that correct
Okay,
in your mind? All right, maybe you wanted something to say.
Yeah, so I missed the start of this meeting. So I guess are you saying the extra ask is the vehicles that will be blocking to hard barricade the parade in? Is that what we're talking about right now?
Yeah, yes, that's what we're talking about. And you weren't able to hear at the beginning, but over the weekend between Counselor Riker and myself, we were able to get half of those volunteers, and so we feel very, very sure that within the next week, we should be able to get all of them. So, but you weren't able to hear that, and
Okay.
so hopefully, I don't know if that helps you at all, but I just wanted to know if your ask was including for those extra sites or not.
You know, when I submitted this request, none of this was in play, right? I don't see us, you know, having to reach out to people and say, hey, we'll pay you $50 to use your car. So hopefully, everybody, you know, there won't be any more ask. I hope the city can, if they want events in the community, that they can all step up and everybody, you know, support each other and make it happen. Here's my question to you, and maybe I missed this at the start. So you feel that you have at this time between you and Rick about half the people. I know when I do different events in the community and the Christmas parade for this many years, even if it's friends or family that I really rely on, and I have 100, I'm probably going to get 60 that night. So I overshoot for sure because of that, because a child will be sick or it'll be raining or whatever the situation is. So let me ask you this, with the numbers that you guys have right now as a council, as everybody involved here, are you comfortable with having the parade the length it is? Are we talking about shortening it up right now? Or what do we do if we come to the night of the parade and 20 people that said they would be there with their vehicle isn't? What do we do at that point? Because Kathy from ODOT was hoping at this meeting today we would finalize whatever, and I can send her the final map, the final paperwork, and not change it once again for her. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, thank you so much, Deborah. And I think what I would, if it's all right, maybe Chief could, I don't think you were able to hear what he was saying about the, Chief Sanchez, about the December 2nd meeting. I don't know if you want to
Okay.
very quickly reiterate that for Deborah, Chief?
Thank you, Counselor. So there is an email that went out today. December 2nd at 4 p.m. will be the final to see, based off of what you guys have gathered, to put everything together, which I think we'll be able to iron out all these details. As for the ODOT, I'm involved in those emails as well. The route itself, if we have to, by chance, as you're saying, if you're saying people don't show up, if we have to shorten a little bit, that doesn't change the permit because it's still the same route. So I would recommend that's not even a consideration in my mind because the route would be the same if we have to, by chance, shorten it a little bit. So regardless, the community outpouring and the support is fantastic. So I think that we'll come together on December 2nd to make this a successful and safer event for everybody.
Okay, so two questions to that. I forgot the first one. Second one is, I have heard two plans, so I'm not sure what you guys agreed on today. Plan A was that people park their vehicle and they can walk down to 6 and watch it, and their cell phone, all their information would be on their car, and they would be called. And then the second thing, I got an email from Rick this morning saying that Sanchez would take everybody's keys. So what did we decide on?
So that's not what I said. I didn't say I would take everybody's keys. I think I'd be in trouble with the police chief if I took everybody's keys. But as we work together, December 2nd, this is the time for us to go over that. So I think the planning meeting should be for that, and I welcome you guys to be there. And this is when we get to put the final details in. But in terms of your ODOT permit, I would recommend do whatever you have to do that, because we're not changing the ODOT permitting for the parade route. So that's my my professional opinion on that one. But for the rest of it, for the cars, for the keys, for all that stuff, and what we have, the participants, that's when Counselor Riker's gonna come in and Counselor Marshall, they said they have a list and they're gonna provide that for us. And I would recommend that we do that in private and not in public, so we don't give anybody the extra information necessarily if there was ever a chance for them to work around us.
Okay, three more quick things. So the only thing on the ODOT thing that she was concerned about today is she said on my time that I have on the permit that with this change that we're doing for the first time ever, that there's no way my time would be the same as it has been in the past years. So she wants us to really try to get within 20-minute timeline. Do we need to add an extra hour and 15 minutes to the plan of where all barricades and cars will be moved? So she doesn't believe that on my paperwork right now, I put the same time. I think I put from 4 to 9. She said with this new plan, she thinks we should add time to that. So I want to make sure to get that time done right. Also, the reason I ask you the question of the cars being parked and if they're going to put a tag on their car, if they have to stay with their car, if somebody's going to take their keys. The only reason I ask that is because if I reach out to the public or anybody else that's involved in the parade to get people, we need to say, hey, this is what we need of you. We need you to bring your car. You're going to park it here. And either you can leave for 20 minutes or you can leave the whole. So I just need to know what to tell people to try to get volunteers, unless Victoria is point and key on this.
Deborah, you missed the first part of the meeting. There are two methods. One method is to bring your car, stay on site, be within a block, have your cell phone with you. The other method, the other method is if you're not able to stay within the vicinity, you have the option of giving your keys to the fire chief. So there's two options. Does that help you?
Okay, so he will take keys. Okay. Okay, yes.
I do want to interrupt you one second, Deborah, because it does kind of, I think we're going to be getting into the realm of actually planning and organizing this in a public venture, because that's where we are right now. We're in a public meeting, and I believe Chief Sanchez said that he would like to keep the details outside of the public venture here, just for safety reasons. So some of those logistics, I believe, will be taken care of on December 2nd to finalize that. So if we could just refocus this meeting back to, since we are in a public venture, refocus the meeting back to the ask of the finances. So waiving the fee, and then asking council to sponsor the $3,000 that would go directly to traffic abatement. And I apologize, Deborah, if I feel like I'm cutting you off, but I do want to kind of make sure that we're not putting stuff into the public that we don't necessarily need to at this moment in time. Do you understand?
I do. Here's why I'm asking. So I have a meeting. I'm going to go to Parkway Church, and they said, "Hey, come to a meeting here. Present what's going on, what you need, and we'll try to get volunteers for you." I just need to know what to say to them so we're all on the same page. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, I understand that. And then I believe if you feel that we've given you enough information at this moment in time, if not, I think that you could either coordinate with Rick or Victoria after this meeting.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so yeah.
Perfect. So to bring it back to council, you guys have a request to waive the $800 permit fee for the parade, as well as the same ask of $3,000 to sponsor the parade, which would go directly to traffic abatement and so forth. Any further discussion, Victoria?
I just wanted to move to waive the $800 fee and to sponsor the $3,000 for traffic abatement for the Christmas parade.
Okay, so you
Thank
have
you.
a motion on the table to waive the fee and to go forward with the sponsorship, and we have a second from Kathleen. Any further discussion? Seeing none, yes, Joel, go right ahead, sir.
So one of the things that concerns me is a precedent, and I know that there's risks out there. And I also know that zero risk is very expensive. And I also know if there's threats that increase that risk. And I don't expect you to tell me if there is or not right now. And I do know that red lights don't mean what they used to mean. So I am concerned about the precedent for future parade events and risk management, and is it actually warranted and necessary where we're at? So that would be a discussion for the future, I think.
Amen.
And they're just legitimate questions. I know zero risk is, we can't afford that, and I know this is not zero risk, but there's going to be some risk in any event. So I've said enough. You know what I mean. Yeah.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll bring it back to a vote. Eric?
For waiving,
So you're going to be voting on the motion. The motion is to waive the application fee of $800 and as well as sponsor a $3,000 to the parade that would be utilized directly for traffic abatement and such.
thank you, yes.
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Joel? Yes. Victoria?
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Staff, do you have direction?
Yes, thank you.
All right, and to reiterate that the next organizational meeting is December 2nd, correct?
December 2nd at 4 p.m.
Perfect. And Deborah, if you need further clarification on the organization of vehicles, I would advise you to reach out to either Chief or Rick or Victoria. Are you okay?
Yeah, I am confused still, but that's okay. We'll get it. Yeah, I just missed the start of the meeting, so I'm not sure where we're at, but I will reach out to one of them, and I'm guessing everybody else is filled in with everything else. So as of right now, I guess my question is Rick or Victoria the point of contact for the vehicles, so I can send people to them? Because it sounds like one of them.
I got both counselors nodding yes, so Rick as well as Victoria will be your point of contact.
Wonderful. Okay, sounds great, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your participation. That would basically preclude or conclude our special workshop. And I would look for council to action to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Okay. There's a second. Everybody got a good thumbs up? All right, we're done. Thank you very much.